Alright, hello everybody, this is Demon coming back for another round of Final Fantasy XIV. So, decided, screw it, I had an idea, I was like, I want to do Crystal Tower. So I'm going to record Crystal Tower. This is the same day after I just finished the other one, 12 Bahamut. The more I thought about it, the more I was like, yeah, this sounds like a lot of fun right now. So I said I might as well go ahead and do it. I got man for some information which might be of interest to an experienced adventurer. Do I know you? Unless I am very much familiar with the famed adventure who bears the Garlean Empire's general. You're not the great Hydaelyn herself. Or Hydaelyn Zhed herself. Amazing. More than a little, serendipitous. One might even call it fate, but a recent research word of a truly unique opportunity. You see, an opportunity the like of which none but one of your proven worth could take advantage. Your reward? Not less than the accumulated knowledge of a fallen civilization. The risk, a single misstep, could cost you your life. But what is little danger to a sword hero such as yourself? One with absolute confidence in their own ability, stands to profit handsomely from this pension, yet now I crave no competence from my part in bringing this opportunity to your attention. The historic discovery you shall make will be rewarding enough, I assure you. My words have translated curiosity. I bid you seek a man named by the name of Rambros, a Saint Conux. Find it is he who stands at the doorway to untold marvels, awaiting the arrival of a champion bold enough to march across the threshold. This guy looks strangely familiar. I wonder why. Yeah, never. Alright, so let's go ahead and get started. That's a funny thing. I figured, what the hell, I might as well play this because, as I said, I don't really like the other ones. I think I do remember this one a little bit, and I had more fond memories of playing this one in terms of the raid, or in terms of the alliance raids. The near stuff is okay. I'm not a big fan of it, to be honest. Like, I kind of like the idea of bringing in another game of yours, but it's kind of like, in terms of the story, it's like, you had a lot to work with in Shadowbringers, you chose that. Like, that should have been like a special event. That'd have been my thing. Why, if it isn't Hydaelyn Zhed itself, I was not expecting such a celebrated guest to do what I owe. To what do I owe the honor of this visit? Direct to hear you say by a man clad in a foreign garb. Well, the opportunity you spoke of surely, referred to our latest anthropographical blah 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 endeavor. Quite how he came to know of it is another matter. All knowledge of this project is supposed to be restricted to my organization. But if this is something for me to ponder in private, you are here now. And your services will, I am certain, prove invaluable. I must warn you, however, that the venture we have in mind is no simple excavation. An unprepared or incautious adventurer could very well find herself on an unplanned and unpleasant journey. Those solemn halls, knowing this, do you still wish to lend us your cooperation? Yeah, how you were saying, it could have scarcely a secret. Now the first. I thought it was you. Sid, what up? What brings you to St. Conix? Don't tell me. The Alliance has sent you on another realm-shaking, history-making mission to lay low an apparently insuperable foe. Yes? No? I see you two are here already acquainted. That is well. Master Garland, our intrepid hero here, caught wind of the forthcoming expedition, has kindly pledged assistance to us. Ah, she has she? Glad to have you aboard, Irene. You don't have the faintest idea what you volunteer for, do you? Very well, let's begin at the beginning. Sons of Saint Koinak are tasked with unearthing secrets of the long-fallen Allag Empire, and this present endeavor aims to delve more deeply into civilization's mysteries than ever before. But I know that, look, in the event that you feel ill-equipped to contribute on the subject of alien archaeology, I invite you to recall your encounter with the ultimate weapon. The mechanical monstrosity represented a feat of engineering far beyond all Garlemald can presently achieve. Neurotoscavia simply awoke it. I mentioned this by the way of a reminder that you had but one term, extensive first-hand experience with a notable Allagan relic. In short, you're practically an archaeologist. I'm Indiana Jones. Cool. Before he got bad. Well, I'm actually gonna. I'll give the new movie benefit of the doubt, but I don't think it'll end well. But now to the core of the matter here. More known in the sense of the entire Allag structure which we have used to investigate. I speak, of course, of the Crystal Tower. After witnessing the destructive capability of the old weapon and the lesser moon Dolomite, before it seems wise to treat any remnants from that era with the utmost caution. They must be analyzed, monitored, and above all, kept from falling into the wrong hands. Put plain, I have no wish to see another megalomaniacal legatus wield one of those weapons. It was this thought which first moved me to contact the Sons and propose that the tower be explored. Seven millennia Crystal Tower remained hidden, buried deep underground, but like so many other things that were better left understood, the structure was freed from its stony prison by the great upheaval which accompanied the coming of the Seventh Umbral Era. It now stands revealed in all its splendor, a gleaming spear of crystal, pointed at the bosom of the heavens. Believed the tower to be a repository of the ancients' wisdom. Unfortunately, its entrance is guarded by formidable defenses, and we cannot so much as peep through the keyhole, much less set foot inside. These defenses take the form of statues carved in the likeness of a giant swordsman. The 8 sentinels, as the Sons are wont to call them, is the first barrier we must overcome. Why not simply fly over them in the airship, you ask? It's been tried before. Any vessel that ventures too close to towers blasts out of the air. We either destroy those statues or the front door is forever beyond our reach. My sinuses, the itch. Yeah. Sucks. Colleagues and I are ill-suited to negotiate such deadly hazards. Thus, if we are to gain access to our secrets, we must needs employ the service of an experienced adventurer. Be difficult and dangerous, Hydaelyn, but I cannot think of no finer woman for the task. Oh yeah, great. If I didn't know better, I'd say you had a taste for these deadly escapades. I look forward to working with you again. There's much more to be done before we can begin the expedition proper. Take some time to prepare yourself, and I shall explain the challenges that lie ahead. All here is my character going to get messed up. Our first objective is to reach the entrance to Crystal Tower. As I previously mentioned, however, that will prove no easy task. The entrance is guarded by a powerful defense mechanism, each utilizing one of the 4 elements of fire, water, wind, or earth. They couldn't say earth, wind, and fire. Anyone attempting to simply stroll past these unsleeping sentinels invites swift obliteration. Based on Master Garlean's analysis, however, we are reasonably certain that attacks at these lethal contraptions can be reflected using a crystal of the corresponding element. Optionally, these crystals must be of surpassing clarity, free of the slightest impurities, much like a flawless specimens used by the beastmen in their primal summoning rituals. Yep. Map, I should have said exactly like the specimens they use. Anyway, they not ask this of you, but we need someone to enter the beast tribe strong and to liberate their perfect crystals. For the moment, I would have you focus on obtaining 2 of the 4 crystals we require. Pray make for Lenoska, where both the Subsa spawning grounds and the Garmo mines are located. Maybe we'll insert the materials used in the beastman's sacred rituals. We defended. Whether you choose to venture there alone or with companions, I shall leave it to your discretion. But whatever you do, please be careful. Okay. I actually forgot about this. I was like immediately going in like, oh yeah, there's gonna be a dungeon. I might have watched a video on the dungeon. I hate going in blind. I feel it is irresponsible of me. Oh, but the cool thing's gonna be is when I finally actually finish recording this for the first time, I can just go back and watch my stuff. That's actually gonna be kind of cool. I get to listen to my old self. Douche. Fun stuff. Let's go kill things. I'm level 80. I hope nothing comes out, because you're all gonna die. You didn't die from one hit? Oh, wait a minute. I can't kill the, Yeah, I probably should have thought that one through. If I can't even kill a level 50 boss in one shot, what chance does a kobold have? 50-50. I'm assuming when I hit level 90 through Endwalker, I'm assuming like level 50 stuff will probably get killed a hell of a lot easier. Like, it may end up getting one-shotted next. Or at least lose, like, instead of a majority of its health, maybe you'll lose, like, I'm trying to think of percentage. Maybe you'll lose, like, 80%. Actually, I should shoot one of them one time with an auto attack and see how much damage is done. We can see that when we run up here. I'll see how much damage actually gets done just through an auto attack. Because I'm assuming my actual abilities could probably one-hit them. Everybody else taking this seriously, just flying in with a giant chicken. Bye everybody, good luck. Have fun. Oh, I forgot you could get this far in and actually get to that thing. Kinda cool. Bye giant chicken. Why which one of these poor bastards spawn? As I said, I want to test this, so let's see, how much percentage? Almost all of it. I wonder if it's because he's a spell person? Don't know. Oh, I feel great. Oh, Oh, that and I couldn't think of any other content to do, so this was the best I had. The other option is I actually go and try to be serious and play one of my games. I know I've seen Metro Exodus actually has a PC edition, so that's making me really think maybe I should stream that instead and try it. How progress your efforts in infiltrating the Beastman strongholds? I have 2 crystals. So these are the faint, flawless crystals of the beast tribes. I've seen countless specimens from I know not how many excavations, but nothing to compare to these. The purity is astounding. Done well, hiding. These in opposition, we lack only the crystals of fire and wind. Formalizing Zahaka, or Zahak, the war camp of the Almajal and Phalon, the latter in Natalan, the roost of the Ixal in the hills of COERTHAS. Expect them to be close to glide as the first two, if not more so still. I look forward to receiving word of your resounding success. The funny thing is just like imagine doing this as a level 50. Keep this in mind. A level 50, and I forget exactly when you get the access to flight. I think it's somewhere around. Isn't it? Wait a minute. Don't you get that whenever you? I actually forget when you earn flight in this. So now that's making me kind of curious on if you could fly over that or not. I think if I remember right, when I originally played this, I think I do remember having to run through that area. So I ended up fighting everybody. That was fun. Yeah, there's no players there. I don't notice too many people doing fates anymore. Like, I don't think people do them unless it's like one that like is necessary. Because I think there was something going on where people were doing hunts. And I think that's the main one people do. Okay, that knocked him by 85%. So I guess it just ranges depending on the enemy. Funny thing is, I don't think I've ever tested Metro Exodus. I'll have to see how that game runs. That might be the game I might be forced to play in 1080p. That was like when I was talking to, I think it was Mythic last night, we were discussing it, I was just kind of like, yeah, my 1080 can run like simplistic games like this in 2K. But it's just like higher end games that like really put attention to details and stuff. Like those ones you need really good graphics cards for. Because if you want to enjoy the game in all of its glory, you have to have it. On the other hand, when I originally tried playing Exodus, I think my main problem was the fact that I was playing on my old setup with the 1080. So I had an AMD processor at the time. If I remember correctly, that I think the issue that game ran into was I was trying to run OBS and stream and record the game at the same time. So there was something bottlenecking in that computer. I've never tested OBS while playing Metro yet, so I kind of want to see how that ends up working. It actually might be the game I'll stream. I haven't officially decided. Because on the other hand, I'd be running it at 720p, and I don't know how many people would like that. Hey, look, more players. Hi, it's good to see you. Tell me, where are you able to obtain the remaining crystals from the Beastmen? I have many. Wonderful. With all 4 crystals in hand, we're now ready to proceed to the next stage of our preparations. I hope I did not give the impression that we would be embarking on our journey to the Crystal Tower just yet. Alas, there's another step which must be completed ere we come to that. While the crystals you require are indeed flawless, they are of little use to us in their present form. If they are to reflect the elemental force of the tower's defense, they must needs be cut and polished. A process which calls for a very particular set of materials. Procuring them will be a challenge in itself. I fear, instead, we will be requiring your services once again. Flawless crystals you procured for us are to retain their elemental purity during the shaping process. A very specific set of abrasive substances will be required. What the hell did I hit? Oh, I hit that. Well, I say substances, but one might just as well call them one substance, namely ether sand, which has 4 elementally expected varieties. Alas, ether sand is neither common nor cheap. Indeed, it is not usual for the abrasive to exceed the value of the precious stones it is used to polish. Given the rarity of the materials in question, the Goldsmiths Guild and UL'DAH seem the likeliest place to purchase the quantity required. When I contacted the Guildmaster, however, I was informed that no ether sand was currently available, though I requested that word be sent as soon as new stock came in. We had to receive aught but apologies. I should mention at this point that I had placed the order sometime before you procured the flawless crystals. I'm well aware that the acquired ether sand is no small feat, of course, and I am not an impatient man. I fear the more we delay on our investigation, the greater risk that the tower's secrets may fall into the hands of other, less savory parties. That is why I wish to entrust you with the payment of our purchase and send you to speak directly with the Guildmaster Serendipity. Mayhap the presence of such a distinguished personage will spur the guild into action. In any event, it is my hope that when we meet next, you will have found at least one of our 4 varieties of ether sand we acquire. That's the only bad thing with this map. Is actually, oh wait a minute, no, there's the gloom. Now, is this something that stays permanently? Because if I could get rid of that, I'd go up and fly and take a picture of that. But I don't think it is. I think it's just a weather event. I kind of want to fly up and take a picture of the Crystal Tower, or at least like take a second in the video, go up and admire it, and then take a screenshot of it like I always do. Okay. So to get Mia, I've fallen for that trick again. I keep forgetting to make it rain events going on. I already did it though. I got my emote. That's all I wanted. I wanted that little emote that I could make my character have a little scratchy ball thing go above their head. So I said, I'm actually quite curious with the Alliance trade for Crystal Tower because, like you guys will, as you guys will watch, I'll probably make more mentions. I wonder what would happen in Shadowbringers if you didn't do this, because this seems like a very well needed thing to have done for the story, but that's just me. Mr. Zhed, welcome, welcome. I made you here, if I may ask. I need I need you to not use this money and give it back to me. You're here on behalf of the Sons of Saint Canuck. Koinik. Canuck. I don't know. What fortunate timing! I was just about to contact Master Rambros with news that we finally managed for our quantity of fire-respected ether sand. I'm afraid it may be some time before we supply the other 3 varieties, but you're welcome to settle accounts for that which we have now. Pray, speak with, Jemima over there. Jemima. I do beg your pardon. It seems she's assisting another customer. Come on, there must be something you do. Without the sand, we'll have to rethink our whole design. Sometimes we replied, sir, but as I explained, the ether sand in question is already spoken for. If you'd like to reserve the next shipment, then I would be happy to accept the funds you offer as partial payment. Partial? Are you saying it's not enough? I'm already stretching our research budget as is. I suppose a man can only do without a midday meal for a year or 2. Biggs, what the hell are you doing? Hey, it's been too long. What brings you here then? Got your eye on something expensive, have you? Make him salty. Well, now that's quite a money pouch. The sound of so many guild clicking together at satisfied is not calming and yet invigorating at the same time. Oh no, you're here for the blooming ether sand, aren't you? Yes. I can't deny the Allag civilization is a subject worth researching. The chief said he was looking into something big, but never thought I'd ask him what. Wedge and I have been too busy tinkering with the new airship to think of much else. Now I say tinkering. Wrestling would be more like it. Still, after much wringing of hands and gnashing of teeth, we managed to put together a prototype crystal-powered propulsion system. We got the idea from when we heard how you had used a corrupted crystal on board the Enterprise. As a matter of fact, any way to cut a long story short, our design calls for all 4 varieties of ether sand. And that's why I can't relinquish my claim on this batch here, even for you, lass. How are we meant to usher in a brave new age of technological innovation, if not by technologically innovating, eh? While I hesitate to interrupt such an impassioned speech, duty compels me to point out this lady is a representative of the organization that reserved the ether sand in question. To mention nothing of the fact that purse is considerably larger than yours. Oh, it's like that, is it? Alright, this batch is yours. I'll let you have it, but if you're going to take my sands, only fair that you grant me a role in this project of yours. I'll take that as a yes. It's not every day you get a chance to experiment with the wonders of the ancients. With any luck, they'll inspire me to think of another technological innovation or 2. God damn it, Biggs. Now then, what you told me, I'm guessing you're needing the other 3 varieties elementally expected ether sand as well, right? Yeah, then rather than sitting on your rump waiting for a shipment that may never come, I reckon your time would be better spent looking for the stuff yourself, and it just so happens that I know of a good place to start. There's said to be a peddler in northern Thailand who very occasionally handles the suspected variety of ether sand, which is the process of confirming the rumor as we speak. I know what you're thinking. But did my timid little friend decide he didn't need me to hold his hand anymore? The answer being, just the other day. Seems he's been inspired by a certain adventurous heroic example. Thought he was joking when he volunteered to go to Thailand without me. I just hope he managed to stay out of trouble. Head out to the Blue Fog and you should find him poking about with his new bodyguard. Oh, did I not mention her? Wedge thought it might be wise to hire an adventurer to accompany him, just in case your heroic example turned out to be less inspiring than he first thought. Oh no. Oh no. Wedge gonna be dead. Wedge gonna be abandoned. He gonna be left in a swamp. He gonna be dead. Oh wait, we're in the middle of a desert. He gonna be left down in the middle of a desert in the Sahara. He gonna die. Save your greetings. If you're looking for a hide blade, then you'll have to look somewhere else. Or look elsewhere. After the day I've had, the only company I crave is a squat silent type. Type that is a handle and holds no less than a pint of ale. Share my tale, I warn you, 'tis no stirring epic. But you must, I implore, a Lollifellan lad, wish to pay a visit to a peddler who deals in some manner of special sand. I forget what it is called, but 'tis apparently worth a small fortune. Anyway, we arrived. The man claimed his stock had been stolen by bandits. Determined not to return empty-handed, we crept into the bandit stronghold and set about locating the stolen goods. Long story short, alarms were raised, rogues were awoken, and we fled in a blind panic. As separate from my ploring confusion, I've not seen him since. A friend of yours, is he? You better be prepared for the worst. 'Tis just possible the poor sod may yet be lost in the old Almajal mithril mine, but I fear the bandits will have caught up with him by now. he's still alive, your lawful son will probably be hiding somewhere inside the abandoned home. Nothing around with bandits make their lair. You will not catch me near the place. I barely escaped my life as I was. Huh. So basically, somebody hired you, you got into trouble, and you ran like a bitch. I can say that without a doubt. Hired mercenaries, unable to do the job that is entailed to them. So now I have to go do it. Why do I always have to go do it? Alright. Where you at, Wedge? Quit hiding like a wimp. Hi, Wedge. How you be do? How could I'd be so stupid sneaking the bandit's lair. It's just not the sort of thing I do, and now I'm going to die for it. No, I just need to calm down. I can do this. I can be brave. I'm going to stand up. I'm going to walk out of here. Here we go. Ah, I'm sorry. Please don't kill me. I promise I'll leave and never come back. What? Hi, is it really you? But how did you find me? Can you smell fear? It's I actually know that smell. I expect you're wondering why I'm here. Well, I was just in the process of retrieving some stolen ether sand, which Bix and I need for our research, as it happens. I concede, perhaps a touch foolish and very nearly fatal, but I did succeed in snatching the stuff before my bodyguard ran away and several dozen bandits came piling after me with knives and axes. Well, it looked very much like a plank with a rusty nail in it. Anyway, the important thing is, the stolen ether sand is right here in my oh dear. It must have fallen out when I was, taking evasive maneuvers. It seems I won't be leaving this infernal place for a while yet. Just have me look for it. You go home. You'll find the ether sand in my shed. Oh, thank the God you're a true friend, Hydaelyn. I hope the search doesn't prove too troublesome. The bandits don't seem to care much for visitors. Why is he still cowering? Where the hell were you taking evasive maneuvers at? What's that even referred to? Patches of Houlihan. Dodge, dip, dive. Dodge, dive. I wish I actually remembered that entire line. I just remembered duck, dip, dodge, dive. That's about all I remember. He says dodge again at the end. Such a good movie. I love that movie. Hydaelyn, have you any luck locating the ether sand? Yeah. That's it. I must return to the workshop at once. Tell Biggs the wonderful news. What's that? You're on a mission to collect ether sand, and you're working with the chief. A treasure trove of Allag knowledge, you say? I see. And you should really be the one to have this. Biggs and I are far from exhausting all possible avenues of airship innovation, but it sounds as if your problem can't be solved by any other means. The expedition reward sounds jolly interesting, I must say, and I'm half inclined to join you. In fact, I think I will. Any venture with the chief's time must be worth a look. Right, I'm more than ready to leave this awful place behind, and you should return to Mordona with that ether sand before there aren't many more, little mishaps. But be sure to keep a close eye on your pockets, Hydaelyn. Trying to think how much more of this I want to do. I think I want to stop somewhere around 10:30ish. I think I started around 10:50 something, but I'll hold myself to 10:30. Oh yeah, this is much cooler. Wait a minute, I do this. Alrighty, got my screenshot. Even if you don't hear me take the picture, I usually do it through my editing thing. It lets me take the picture. Because I know OBS is very stingy with the way it does things. So you have to make it as like a 256 by 256 JPEG, and I'd rather just be the damn picture I take with that. Hydaelyn, you have returned. I take from your presence that you were successful in procuring some ether sand. Tell me, which variety did you find? I got the fire one, and I got the earth one. I see, 2 varieties. Well, that is more than could be reasonably expected, and 2 less than I hoped you would say. Forgive my flippancy, you have done well, truly. If all goes to plan, we need no longer fear death by fire or earth. Now, Garlean, if you would be so kind as to prepare the relevant crystals. I shall set to work immediately. Truth be told, I've been looking forward to this one. One does not encounter materials like this every day. Speaking of which, how in the Seven Hells did you find them? Mistake me not, old friend. I know only too well how capable you are, but ether sand isn't something you simply find gathering dust at the back of a merchant's rare gem cabinet. Biggs and Wedge want in on this. You had help from Biggs and Wedge. Trust them to design a revolutionary new engine the moment I turn my back. How's a genius meant to rest on his laurels when his employees are so damnably inventive, eh? Now they're determined to join us, are they? Typical. Just of course, it would be good to have them around. Still, as a matter of professional pride, let's endeavor to procure the two remaining varieties of ether sand before they arrive, shall we? Tell me, Rambros, have we any information on where the water and wind aspected types might be hiding? Not as of yet, but I have made certain arrangements. But we shall soon see if my efforts have been borne fruit. Forgive me for observing, but you seem less than enthusiastic about that prospect. There's a complication, I'd rather discuss it now than risk jeopardizing the expedition. May have an explanation on it, but first let's savor the preliminary victory that Hydaelyn has won for our cause, if only for a moment. Yes, I speak of arrangements I made to acquire the two remaining varieties of ether sand. Some days ago, I asked a Charlie acquaintance of mine to travel to GRDANIA and gather the necessary materials. Since that time, however, I've heard nary a whisper from him. To be frank, this lack of communication is not entirely uncharacteristic, but I cannot discount the possibility that something ill has befallen a man. Alas, we do not have time to investigate his fate. As I mentioned before, the more we delay our expedition, the more likely it is that the crystal tower's secrets will fall into the wrong hands. Therefore, I would entrust you with the same mission I assigned to my friend. Travel to the Black Shroud, seek out Motret, the master of Market's GRDANIA. Anyone knows where ether sand might be bought, it is he. Actually, that works out for me. I can go to New GRDANIA, I can end the episode in the end, and you guys get your first episode of this. Yippee. Alright, so yeah, I guess that's what we'll do. I'll just run back to the end. I mean, we're already here. It takes a few seconds just to get in it. I actually will say this much. I had completely forgotten about all this beginning crap. I'm not going to lie. I had completely forgotten about most of this. So, a lot of the running around and stuff, I kept thinking it was just like immediately get into it. Because that's one thing I'll say for the Void Arc one, which is like there's a little bit of running around, but not on the same level. I think you pretty much get right into the dungeons. I think there's several cutscenes that may play, but nothing that's really running around. I'm actually gonna move forward because Kiko keeps spinning. So that was actually a lot of. That's something that I completely forgot about. I was thinking like dungeon. That's it. Yeah, but so far I am enjoying it. It's kind of nice being a little bit more casual with running around and doing stuff. I kind of missed that. So that's why I've been thinking to myself this entire time. I feel like going back and playing New Game Plus again. Sadly enough. Just because like I kind of want to go back and enjoy the stories more. Like Realm Reborn, not so much. That's not one I would consider. Because again, it's just trying to find people playing that is a lot harder, and then I lose access to so many abilities that makes it more of a difficulty than I want it to be. Compared to like Stormblood or even Shadowbringers. That's the funny thing. Like I do remember a lot of stuff from Shadow or Heaven's Ward. Like there's some memorable parts, but I don't know why. I enjoy, like, a lot of people like Heaven's Ward. I like the music for it, and I like the setting for it, but I definitely do like Stormblood and Shadowbringers more, because that's when the game was able to shine, so it makes me really look forward to Endwalker. But before I get too much further off the tangent, so we sat there and seen, we have two of these spirited ether sands, and now we are only looking for the water and air ones, or wind. Earth, wind, fire, yeah. So we're missing the water and the wind one. So hopefully we can find it. Almost guaranteed to find it. Otherwise there wouldn't be a reason to have this as an alliance raid and you do missions. So obviously eventually you find it. It's just a question of how much longer it'll take. Hopefully by next episode, like all that's done, and then I can just get into a dungeon and record it and be done. I will look forward to it. So please like, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Come back, everybody. More Final Fantasy XIV as we continue in the Alliance Trade Crystal Tower. I will see you guys next time. Thanks.